Okay, so the Addams Family 2019 is at best an okay movie for a child's first Halloween. Yeah. As a longtime fan, of course, I had ridiculous expectations. I didn't think it would be better than all the other TV shows and movies before it, but I thought it'd be worthy of it. And it wasn't. And that is because this movie decided to skip over some of the classic plots of their formula, and it was not to their advantage at all. One of the biggest things that make the Addams Family so lovable and timeless is their happiness, their blissful ignorance, and the fact that they're the weird ones. Okay? No, 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 no. They don't mind being chased by angry mobs. They don't. In fact, they will light your torches for you. They're just that kind of nice folks. They want to throw a party, they want to invite the whole town, and whether you get eaten in the proceedings, well, that was your choice. That was you not outrunning the monster or not dancing with him well enough. Okay, cousin Bitesy just wants to bite with you. He means the best of intentions, okay? Instead, we have an antisocial Addams family, and that was just not very pleasant. I didn't like that. I did not like that one bit. In fact, even within the family, they did not seem as deliriously happy as they've always been. I'm talking about Gomez and Morticia. And I'm sorry to say, old-time fans, that this was the most unaffectionate they've ever been. In fact, I don't even think there was one scene in the movie where he kissed up her arm. No, no, sure, at the very beginning of the movie was their wedding, and of course they were affectionate and romantic then, but the fun thing about Morticia and Gomez is every day is their honeymoon. They are ridiculously in love and affectionate and happy. They're each other's best friends. This movie has the more of, the tired old couple that, are talking about each other to their spouses, not like in-laws and relatives. And no, that's not what makes Morticia and Gomez so cute. That's not what makes them everyone's favorite couple's costume. It's not. So wrong on you, movie, for doing that. For skipping over Gomez and Morticia's love. Shame. Their romance is the light and the jack-o'-lantern. You blow that out. It's just a rotting pumpkin. How dare you? Let's see. Oh, what was another thing? The plot with Wednesday rebelling against her family, that was fine. I liked seeing it in the trailers, but the trailer showed everything she did, okay? And honestly, I was kind of expecting this big twist at the end where, the two girls do something that gets them in trouble and either they save their parents or their parents save them, and then, the parents, Morticia and Gomez and the plastic blonde is like, oh, kids, you teach them the best. You try to do their best. And it never works out. I was hoping to find some common ground. It's like, yeah, parenting's hard. Let's both agree on that. You like to serve things in classy glass bowls from Taiwan. We like to give hors d'oeuvres and a monkey's paw. I'll grant wishes. At the end of the day, we still care about our kids. Okay, that's what I was expecting. Instead, we got some sad, the suburbs burned down the Addams family house, and then they pity the Addams family into helping them? No! No, no, no. The Addams family can take care of themselves. That's why you root for them. That's why you love them. They excel in their own weird ways and then inspire other people to be happy in their freakish ways. This movie was more about sadness than the joy that is the Addams family during Halloween. It's that undying happiness that makes you love them so much. And I did not get that in this movie. Yes, there were gross jokes and bombs and death and all of that, but without that joy and, rioting of happiness, it didn't hit my notes. It made me sad. That and the second half of the movie just kind of lulled because I think the characters were bored with what they were doing, and that was no fun to watch. The Uncle Fester in this was super annoying, and I don't blame Nick Kroll. I don't. Yes, he could not have been as dirty in it as Big Mouth. I don't think anyone can be as dirty as Big Mouth these days, but still, he wasn't hitting those lines. He wasn't being fun. He was just annoying. I do like his animation where his mouth went back and forth. That was very rubbery and that was fun. But I didn't like the character one bit. No. And I don't blame the cast. I think the people, like the actors and actresses they picked out for these characters were perfect. They did good. I don't blame the voice acting. There are moments in the dialogue in the first half of the movie that were sparky and fun and did great. They just didn't get a good enough story. It's sad. Honestly, if all these characters were to dress up like their iconic characters, that would be a great promo. I would love that. It's horrible to think that I would prefer a live action movie over an animated movie. I hate that. I love animation. And to be fair, there are little moments in this movie that the animation is really good. It's interesting. I like the little details in their wallpaper and in their plans and how they decorated the home. I think the home looked beautiful. The proportions of the people, I get that the movie was trying to be more Tim Burton-y, but the noodle arms actually got on my nerves because everyone had them, and that just wasn't attractive. I actually couldn't see their arms. They made them so thin. I didn't like that. The way they made the faces so grotesque, that was perfectly fine. That was interesting. That was different than all the Rapunzels and Elsas out there. I was fine with that. But no, there were some points where it didn't match up to what they were doing and it looked more waxy. I'm all for stylistic choices, but it just wasn't as good as it could have been. It's like the animators gave up in certain points. Which is sad because a lot of things were very creative and fun the way they did them. A lot of sequencing was very fun. Like the pugs in this movie, I think he talked more than any other Addams episode or movie that I can remember before, so good for him. I like the Stranger Things kid. I think he did really well. I hope he does other voice acting in the future because I liked him so much in this movie. The guy who plays Gomez, I think he got his character done the best of everyone because he was the chipperness that you expect from a Gomez. He wasn't as romantic as he should have been, but oh well. Let's see. Other things I did like about the movie. The very beginning when Morticia's getting dressed and she's using, nail guns and staples to put herself together. That was fantastic. I thought that was very Morticia-like, and I loved the music to it. The music in this movie is honestly my favorite part. The score was fantastic. Ooh. In the very beginning, they find Lurch and Thing, and they're playing on the piano, and Lurch is, just playing other tunes, and Thing is just, putting a thumbs down through the whole thing until he gets part of this tune where it's like dun 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 dun, and then Thing, he's playing along, he starts clicking his fingers, and then they're working together, and oh my god, they invented the tune, they invented the classic theme song. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, the music was great during this thing. It was better than the animation, the story, and the acting, and that's too bad. That's too bad. So, is this worthy of the Addams Family movies? In my opinion, no. I think it's okay for a child's first Halloween, and that's fine, okay? If you want more Addams Family goodness, like I did after seeing this, it's like, ugh, yeah, that didn't fill my Addams Family gauntlet, so I just rewatched the old stuff, okay? I rewatched the 90s movie for a more hardcore, edgy, sexy version of the Addams Family, and I had fun. I watched the old 90s and 60s sitcom because I wanted some adorably goofy humor. That was alright. I could not bring myself to watch the old animated version, not because the stories weren't funny enough and not because they didn't get the personalities well. It's just something about that old school animation I don't care for. So yeah. This movie was just not good enough to me. Not good enough to me as a fan of the Addams Family in all its glory. And animation, it just wasn't trying hard enough. I think it went too basic with its plotline that it missed a great opportunity. Oh, and despite the fact that I loved the music very much, the fact that they had, an animated sequence of its title at the end to play a homage to the classic 60s source was unnecessary. That could have been, some cute little teaser trailer or such to get people interested in it, but I feel like I was trying too hard to say, oh yeah, we saw the original Addams Family movie, we know what we're doing. Haha, no. It's kind of like a reverse thing of how Disney tries to do live action scenes to its classic animation. No. So, do I think there should be another Addams Family movie try again? Sure! Do I think I have to wait another 20 to 30 years for that to happen? I don't think so, no. No, I don't. But I do think The Addams Family is a beautiful and wonderful, timeless treasure of media, and I say if you haven't checked them out yet, rewatch them. They scare you, they make you laugh, and they make you want to live a little harder and be your own freaky self. So that is my opinion of Addams Family 2019.